Hi everybody, this is Bellamy here from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I thought I'd do a quick vid before I headed out to a job fair. And basically I wanted to do something about free speech and why it's suddenly become such a big deal. I came across an article the other day on washingtonsblog.com, and it kind of piqued my interest, and it is, I feel, directly relevant to some recent events that have been going on. The title of the article is, "Are People Being Thrown in Psychiatric Wards for Their Political Views?" Now, at first glance, you might think, nonsense. That's just silly, paranoid, conspiracy theorist rubbish. But is it? Well, let's look at the facts. There was an ex-Marine, Brandon Raub, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, arrested 2 weeks ago for posting, and I quote, patriotic Facebook status updates that were terrorist in nature. Now, let me just say, I visited this Facebook page and read the posts that were controversial, and there's nothing that I found terrorist in nature. This entire terrorist witch hunt is absolutely asinine. They're trying to silence the resistance by blatant intimidation and violence. Another fact, President Obama recently signed into law the NDAA, or the National Defense Authorization Act. Now, for those of you who have not heard of this or who are unaware, this bill allows for the indefinite detention of U.S. citizens. Yes, it has provisions that clearly state, that they can hold American citizens without charges, without a trial, without a lawyer, if they suspect you of rubbing elbows with terrorists, or apparently if you post Facebook status updates that are terrorist in nature. You can get thrown into the back of a black van and never heard from again, apparently. Now, this fella apparently he was arrested, he was detained against his will, and he was thrown into a psychiatric ward, evaluated, and he has been released. Just wanted to note that. So I guess the issue here is, what is taking it too far when it comes to punishment of what you feel is terrorist in nature? By the way, that's up to them to decide what is terrorist in nature. Completely left at their discretion. So, gee, what could possibly go wrong? Do we still have freedom of speech in this country? Does the First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States mean anything anymore? Well, that's what I wanted to ask you guys today, and I wanted to hear some of your comments about what you think freedom of speech is. What happened to freedom of speech? This speaks volumes that you can just be detained when the powers that be decide that they don't like what you have to say. They're getting desperate. It's really looking desperate at this point to stop the spread of information and to stop the spread of truth, basically. Why? That's what I want to know. Why would they go through all this trouble? Are they really that concerned about national security, or is it something different? I mean, are they really worried about an ex-Marine being terrorist in nature? And if you're a veteran or married to a veteran or an ex-veteran, you should be really concerned about this, because this concerns all of us. The more people who are correctly and adequately informed, the more resistance is going to be built up against their ridiculously tyrannical legislation such as the NDAA. We are living in some pretty dangerous times when anyone who speaks out against the powers that be and disagrees with the government and the way this country is being run can be hauled off to the loony bin. What is this? Communist China? Nazi Germany? Give me a break. Thanks, guys.